Hi there, I'm Mark Hocknell. I'm the author of Profit by Design. And this is the book that's all about how to build a customer portfolio that is full of profitable promoters. It's my first book like this. I've written a couple of books before for universities, study guides on sales management and customer relationship management, a number of white papers and such over the years, which are available on the website. This is the first published book that you can get just like this. And you can buy it from the website, buy it from Amazon, it's all around the place. I just want to share with you a few key things about the book, if you like, and what drove me to write it. And that is, I've been consulting in this space for about 20 years, and that's on the customer side of the business. But over that period of time, we've seen that things have really changed. Changed particularly about customers and people themselves in terms of how workers feel about work. But the key thing is that business design itself is long overdue for an overhaul. You know, the product-centric business models that were created in the industrial age are just outdated. In the last 10 to 15 years, things have completely changed, particularly how customers behave. And it's how our customers behave in terms of how they buy, how they can give word of mouth, how they can promote for your own company. That's the difference. And based on that, customers still don't trust advertising and they don't trust sales messages anymore. They only trust other people they can trust. And sometimes that's a complete stranger that might be on the website. So Profit by Design is all about recognizing that overhaul that's required, how we need to redesign business. Because the key thing is that the product-centric business models about selling more products equals more profit and more success for the organization is flawed. These days, it's about the makeup of your customer portfolio. The customers that you have, which ones are profitable, which ones aren't, and which ones are giving you positive word of mouth, and which ones aren't. And they're primarily the two key things. It's based on the two-way exchange of value. And that's because we have to build a customer portfolio. And that's where long-term success for the organization comes from, is in the construct of the customer portfolio itself. So many successful businesses these days, the large ones if you like, as well as the small ones, are based on customers being their advertising, their word of mouth, customers providing the right level of value back to the business, not cherry picking value from the business, and getting that two-way value exchange right. And so many more businesses now are based on subscription business models, which means we need our customers to advocate to their social networks and also then to resubscribe continually. And when we do that, we have these successful businesses. So the business design is needing an overhaul, and that's what Profit by Design is all about. So it will describe the reasons and the rationale and the right reason why we have to do this overhaul. It describes how long-term success really comes from customers and not from products, and how it's the makeup of that customer portfolio that drives the success of the organization, because not all customers are equal. So why would we sell to anybody? Why would we want any customer to use our product? We wouldn't. It's only those customers that will really get the value that we deliver. And it's when we get that two-way value exchange that organizations hit that sweet spot where the customers are getting value from what the organization delivers and the organization is getting value back from the customer, often in forms of economic value, but also in terms of advocacy and word of mouth. Then, in terms of the book, what we do is we talk about how we build a meaningful customer strategy. It's giving you the process about how to do it. And so many organizations just focus on planning and doing stuff, whereas we really need to work off a customer-centric business model. And that is, when it's customer-centric, it's about how we build that customer portfolio. And we start there, and we start with which are the customers that we want to grow. How do we re-engineer the relationships with some of those customers we've got to give a better two-way value exchange? And that's what the customer strategy is. It has to be based on the customers, how you create the customer portfolio, and then the implementation piece is all about how you deliver on that. But it's about continually monitoring and measuring and fine-tuning as you go. So we'll talk about how to design and create that customer strategy. We'll talk about how to communicate value. And we also use the architecture for customer engagement, which is a framework that I've been using in a consulting context for quite a few years. And the framework itself is somewhat complex, but in terms of the book and also in terms of the 17 bonus templates you get a whole stack of templates that you can use. The whole idea is for me to get this out of my head and share it with people so that you can use these methods and techniques that I've been using for the last 20 years to help organizations become more customer centric, but also get the value from that customer centricity to become more profitable and to grow a customer portfolio full of profitable promoters. So there's more information here on the website about Profit by Design, and you can buy it on the site or you can buy it anywhere on Amazon and other online retailers. Thank you.